she's at the doctor right now. She's fine, I think. She went to the doctor. She loves going to the doctor. I do not love going to the doctor. And I don't know that I would say this if she was here, that I think that she loves going to the doctor, but I will say it to you because it's just us. She loves going to the doctor. She goes to the doctor. She assumes that they're going to be able to help her or fix anything. And, this is my opinion of doctors, that their attitude is, I'll take a shot at it, So if you go to the doctor and you complain about something, if they can give you a pill or some prescription ointment or this friggin' tear duct eyeball thing, she's got the dry eye, she's wearing a mouth guard because she's got some TMJ. Then she tried to tell me it's rare for people who are living with someone with TMJ, it's rare for the other person not to get it. And I was like, what the hell are you trying to do to me? I don't need your psychological tricks to try and give me TMJ. I don't have it because I'm not getting it. Anyway, so she's go to the doctor because I'm missing these comments. Yes, Darren Clinton. Hey, Dana, good to see you. Belinda read your story, Dana. Hey, John, good to see you here from DC. Yeah, oh man, I was looking at anyway, let me finish talking about the doctor, and then I'll talk about my twilight sleep and Washington DC. So Belinda's at the doctor now because her knuckles are very sore, and my knuckles were super sore when I first. They're still sore. If I ever do jujitsu, they're sore because you're grabbing on, you're working them, and so they're sore, and I got to put lotion on them. And at first I thought, am I ruining my hands doing this thing? And then I just said, no, I'm making my hands stronger. They just hurt because they're getting stronger. Like my Tony Horton changed my life, P90X, years ago. Tony Horton said, this is not his quote, but he said it in some of his videos, pain is just weakness leaving the body. So that's where I'm at with the knuckle pain. But she's in there. She's going to get set up on her, who knows what she's going to do. Anyway, Darren has the Holland Tunnel. I'm not sure what that means, but first let's talk about Washington, D.C. I really miss Washington, D.C. I have so many good friends there and so many great fans there, and it's a bummer not to be able to go back to the D.C. Improv, but they've lost their love for me in a way, or it just doesn't make sense for them to book me. I get it. And we're not allowed to go anywhere and do anything right now, but I would love to get back to DC and see all my friends and fans. Anyway, my twilight sleep. Yes, listen, propofol. My friend Russell Peters, when we were on tour, he had a bunch of jokes about propofol, and it's the stuff that Michael Jackson's doctor was giving him to go to sleep. It is pretty, the Holland Tunnel may be the, I get it now. And that's a proctological joke, the Holland Tunnel. So the anesthetist comes in, and I'm telling him, man, I had such a bad hangover from this before, but I can tell you guys. So we talked on my prep day. This was the easiest prep of my 4 preps. It was over the counter, Miralax and Dulcolax, and it was very effective and not terrific. It was a lot of trips to the toilet, but I didn't have the burning, the volcano. I didn't have that, and once I was empty, it subsided. It wasn't quite as crampy or awful as other times, so that was terrific. Well, not terrific, but not terrible. So that's what made it seem terrific, because it was not terrible. Once you've gone through terrible a couple of times, not terrible seems terrific, even though it was not great. It was not terrific. Anyway, so you get in there, the anesthetist comes in. I told him I'd been hungover before. He gives me he gives me the pitch for propofol. He says, this is great. You're going to wake up. You're going to feel terrific when you wake up. We keep you for another 15 minutes or a half hour because you are still high. And that was my experience. That's what he said ahead of time. So I'm in there. I had to wait in this, I don't know if you've ever seen 12 Monkeys, but there's this painting that Bruce Willis keeps waking up, or this painting in the place where they send him time traveling. I love the movie 12 Monkeys. So my waiting room to go on the propofol time travel had this curtain of this mountain, California mountainside with trees and the ocean. It was very beautiful, and I was like, I wonder if I'm going to wake up in this room. So I was in there for kind of a long time, long enough time that they had to unhook me to let me go pee again. And I said, I can't believe I have to pee. I haven't had anything to drink for 4 hours. And the woman goes, yeah, that's because they're arm dripping you saline into your arm. So now you're peeing it out. I'm like, okay, great. So this is a good story, huh? Are you enjoying it? Are you glad he came? So they take me into the procedure room. We have a very brief conversation. I say hello to like 4 people, roll on your side. They get my pillow right, and they go, okay, you're probably going to fall asleep. I'm like, is it happening now? Next thing you know, I'm waking up. It's over. They're wheeling me out of the room into the recovery room, and it was literally like time got erased from my life because they called my wife. I walked downstairs to Belinda. You know her. I don't have to describe her as my wife, but that's how they thought of her. And so Belinda comes to get me. They walk me downstairs, no wheelchair or anything. I get in the car. I feel pretty good, and I come home, I make myself something to eat, and then I realize I can't really remember things that are happening right now. Like I keep forgetting what I'm doing or what I'm in the middle of. And I couldn't remember, it was like one of those car accident stories that you hear about. I couldn't remember right before they put me under. I didn't have a clear memory of stuff of like the hour leading up to going in, but now it's kind of gelled back. So anyway, the twilight sleep was good, but I have to say, I'm no Michael Jackson. That guy, I don't know how he was doing that propofol every night, because I'm a yes please on the propofol if I have to have a procedure, but I'm a no thank you as a regular user of propofol. So that's where I'm at on that. But I have to say, as an anesthetic, it was very user friendly. So my shoot is good. They took out three polyps. They said now they're going to biopsy them. There's like a 50-50 chance that it's either 5 or 10 years till my next one. 50-50 between those two. Very small chance that I'll have to come back sooner. And so we'll see. I'm waiting to hear from that, but I'll be telling you that soon. Now, I'm not playing my own video on my thing, and that may be because I'm prioritizing broadcasting it. But Flavia, you say you have a mouth guard. You only wear it 2 or 3 nights a week. Well, I don't know about that. I have a mouth guard that I wear for jiu-jitsu. I can't imagine wearing it all night long. Greg Snyder, Tony Horton, the Canadian guy with the donut shops. No, Tony Horton, P90X. P90X. Dude, come on. Scott went to gave up rock climbing because of sore hands. Dana calls the colonoscopy my dread procedure. Yeah, no kidding. I'm not crazy about it either. CPAP. Yeah, I thought I was going to have to wear the CPAP. Ramon is saying he wears a CPAP to sleep for sleep apnea, right? And I thought I was snoring, and Belinda goes, "You gotta cut this out." And I ended up losing some weight, and I stopped snoring. But oh my God, I said to her, like, "Do you want me to get the CPAP?" She can't sleep if there's a refrigerator in the hotel room, so there was no way we were getting the CPAP. Anyway. Ramon, I asked this in group, but Jake, did you happen to wear chaps to your colonoscopy? No, I didn't. I wore the standard gown. I wore the shorts. Actually, I took a shower right before, and I wore this. I've been wearing this since yesterday, around noon. That's a good story. Dana woke up in the recovery room, and somebody was whining and moaning, asked her to be killed. Oh, and then you realize it was you. Oh my God. There was a lady, before I went in for my procedure, the doctor was talking to some lady who was coming in for her. She had a colonoscopy the year before, and he was trying to tell her, like, you don't need this. You were clear last year. You don't have to get it. And she's like, I have a history of it in my family. I want to get it. And she was an older lady. I mean, my age, maybe, but older seeming than me. And she was like, I have a history. And she had done the prep, and she was like insistent, like, I'm doing this. And then he was trying to tell her she didn't need it, but she would not be talked out of it. Julie, your husband drove you for the colonoscopy on Valentine's Day. Why would you schedule that for Valentine's Day? Not romantic. Keys, you could use Belinda. Yeah, I would love her to interrupt that right now. Let's see where we are. Carol, you picked a bad day to be stuffing manicotti. Yeah, that story's over now. Yeah, Greg, you asked yeah, I've asked for copies of the video before. They won't give it to you. They won't give it to you. I've got some still photos, but to be honest, you can't show that to anyone. Hello from the Jacksonville airport, Laura, where you're going to get on a plane. Wow. Getting on a plane what are you, some kind of a daredevil? Good luck. Where are you flying to? I hope that's going to be a fun trip. Oh, Jen, I do need to check the group page. I was a little off the group page yesterday because of the procedure. All right. How did I sleep last night? I did sleep pretty good last night after that anesthetic. This was not my pooping outfit. This was the outfit. I was done pooping by the time I took the shower to go to the thing. Anyway. That lady. And then I apologize. I couldn't watch the Republican convention last night because I was too spaced out. But I plan to watch tonight. Kimberly Guilfoyle, so far, is my personal favorite. Oh my God. That lady she is full on. Okay. Oh, Don, you've said you've had your last colonoscopy. Yeah, my dad got to that point where he had his last colonoscopy also, where they just said, look, you can't get something that's going to kill you before you're going to die anyway. I'm not saying that's you, Don. I'm not saying that's you. But my dad, when he hit about 80, they told him, like, no more. Yeah. Carol says I ate some Jell-O, and you could see it in the pics. I had some Jell-O, and I went anyway. I thought I was bleeding, but it was raspberry Jell-O. Oh God, Laura, you're going to Atlanta. Second flight you've taken this week. Well, congratulations to you. More flights than you had in 2020, most in 2020. Yeah, you'll get double Camelfax next week, Todd. Trust me on that. This week, let me tell you, I read up on octopuses. That's the plural of octopuses. It's octopuses. And I was anxious to talk about octopuses with Belinda, but she's not here today. And so now I'm torn. I could talk about octopuses. I think I'm going to save it for Belinda because I did enjoy all the things. I'm really into octopuses right now. I keep wanting to say octopi. I want to show you this necklace. I got this off the internet because I thought it was going to be cooler than it was, but got this octopus necklace, and I haven't been wearing it, but I'm into the octopus. I'm into it. They're pretty cool animals. Cephalopods, mollusks, cephalopods. Obviously, we all know they don't have a skeleton. And they could do a lot of neat things. But we can find out about that tomorrow. I don't know about the fun meter. Let's check the fun meter right now. Oh, well, golly. We're about medium on the fun meter. I don't know if I can take this out. No, Rich, not octopi. It's not octopi. It's octopuses, according to the part of the internet that I was on. Yeah, octopuses, Laura, are way too smart for not having a spinal column. They're scary. They can recognize individual humans. See, we're into it. Even though we didn't want to get into it, they can recognize independent humans. Cuttlefish, yeah, I think. My sister, Hail Hydra, they had the coolest logo of bad guys, the Hail Hydra people from the Captain America movie. In my opinion, I might consider going evil, but I can't believe this wasn't in play on the pre-colonoscopy day. Right? I've recharged the battery. It's all set. I could have had this in full effect. Didn't use it. Oh boy. Tonight's theme at the RNC, grab them by the octopuses. Oh, well, we'll see. We'll see what happens tonight. It's going to be Donald Trump. Let's see. Is tonight's RNC going to be a corker of a finale? Let's ask Mr. Predicto. RNC tonight, is it going to be awesome?
Without
Without hesitation, yes. Mr. Predicto, he's ready for a big night at the RNC. And now I'm going to ask myself a question from the question box, just to keep things going. What do you dream your life will be like in 10 years? Well, I'm hoping that I'll still be here. It's safe to say that I think I've got a pretty solid chance to be here in 10 years. But at that point, I will be, let's do some quick math. 10 is always an easy one. I'll be 70 years old in 10 years. And let me tell you something. 10 years goes way faster than you think if the last 10 years is any indication. And so I'm hoping that by the time I'm 70, I would be able to become more proficient at jiu-jitsu, because I think we'll be allowed to do it again then. And then I'm hoping that I'll still be able to do stand-up comedy in some aspect. And I did get, I think it was Todd or Ed, you sent me an email about a place on the internet that does stand-up comedy shows. I'm looking into that because I might be able to do some kind of a conversational show with a friend of mine where we're doing stand-up, but we're kind of doing it together. Yeah, in 10 years it'll be colonoscopy time again, with any luck. Mr. Predicto, Darren, may be a right-winger. I'm not sure. He looks more like a kind of a Gandalf, but you can't really judge a book by his cover, because and I don't want to judge anybody by their political preferences either. So what can I tell? Let's get a trivia. Let's do one trivia. Tomorrow it'll be Friday Octopus Day. Friday half hour with the octopuses. Today let's let's get in here. So I'm just trying to get to where I was the last time. I think we did that one actually. Okay, this is not exciting for you, the viewer. I could have put a bookmark in here. In a road safety campaign, English police in Sussex asked girl pedestrians to wear miniskirts because bare legs stand out more clearly at night than long dresses or slacks. I don't even know if that could be true, but I do know why I highlighted it, because it seems crazy, like a thing that you could not do here in the old America. The nest of the bald eagle. So this is a bald eagle fact. So we're going to get some animals in here. The nest of the bald eagle provides a lifelong home for its majestic occupant, and through continued renovations, an eyrie can weigh over a ton. Bald eagle's nest, over a ton. One eagle's nest in Vermilion, Ohio, measured 12 feet deep and weighed 2 tons. 2 tons. A 2-ton eagle nest. Now, you could, if that thing fell out of a tree, that could kill you. Well, that's a tough way to go. How did he die? He got hit by an eagle's nest. Oh, really? That doesn't sound that serious. Well, it weighed 2 tons. All right. Where are we at here? Danny, you'll have a match with my jiu-jitsu versus your judo. Well, I like your chances. The judo is pretty tricky. I don't think I could handle all the throwing, but we may be able to get together and you can show me some tricks. Show me some tricks. Ed says he stopped eating octopus once you understood how smart they are. Yeah, I suppose. Are we gonna? Yeah, I can't say that I'm eating a lot of octopus, but yeah, now that you mention that, it's how smart do you have to be? What kind of an IQ test do you give the animal? But listen, if you can put together this puzzle, I'm not going to eat you. Otherwise, get ready. So, is this an English lit reference or a Dead Kennedys t-shirt? No, it's the Ramones. It's my friend Angus, who's a big fan of the Ramones. He's actually Belinda's friend first from childhood, and this T-shirt is the American Eagle. I think it's this presidential seal, and the Ramones had it with their names around the outside. But he's a Shakespeare fan, so he he put Shakespeare plays on the outside. So that's what that is. In San Francisco, that's a $5 million Eagle house. Yeah, I believe it. Jen says the only important Eagles are the Philadelphia Eagles. How you like it in Texas being an Eagles fan? Wow. Laura, you ate more octopus so you could get their power. I don't know if that's a proven method, but I do like that spirit. That's very hunter-gatherer of you. Could that be right? I Want to Be Sedated is perfect playlist for the colonoscopy. Yeah. Octopus would be a great puzzle because it has 8 arms. Yeah, so I ordered this puzzle that was supposed to be this great jigsaw, but it was supposed to be another jigsaw of one that we had done that was a carved wood jigsaw with the pieces are almost 3D and there's pieces that go inside of pieces, and it was very octopusy kind of, but octopusy, and I ended up buying what I thought was another one of these puzzles, but what turned out to be a Chinese ripoff of the puzzle. I think I've told that story anyway. Dana only eats animals so low on the evolutionary ladder that they can't actually use a ladder. Yeah, well, I don't think an octopus could use a ladder. I may be wrong about that, but I suppose they're pretty strong, but I suppose they could. Maybe they could use a ladder. Oh, there's Belinda. Jerry, you want to come in quick?
Hello.
Hello. Do you want to come in and say hello?
Yes, I'm coming in to say hello, as per usual.
How was
Seeing the doctor took a very long
Seeing
time.
the doctor does take a long time,
my
and I was
God.
telling them about your sword knuckles. We're just ending the show.
Oh, okay.
But tell me about what the doctor said about your knuckles.
Well, I've got osteoarthritis, guys.
You've got osteoarthritis.
Yeah, right there.
And how do you know?
Well, because he looked at it, and my mum has it. So the other day when I told my mum I've got the same thing in the first knuckle joint, she, of course, first of all went, "No, you don't."
No, you don't. I'm the only one who can have that.
Well, she's got really horrible. She's upholstered furniture and been an amazing seamstress and sewn beautiful things. She makes gorgeous nighties. Felicity Sinclair Lockhart silk nightwear. If any lady out there needs a nightie.
They'd be quite expensive if you had them shipped to America.
Oh, yeah. Not that much. I mean,
Could be done though.
Yeah. But anyway, so my mum said, "No, you don't have it." And then as soon as Dr. Nick saw it, he said, "Yeah, you've got osteoarthritis. Not rheumatoid, which is the nasty one." But we talked about the supplement that I'm taking, and he said, "Yes, take that." I had an antibody, a Varinus antibody test taken, everybody. So I'd quite like.
Oh, you got a Varinus antibody test?
Yeah, they do it right there now.
They took
your
your blood?
But before I went in, so I had to stand outside, and they hadn't sent me this to tell me, but you're supposed to download an app, and you're supposed to be triaged standing outside the doctor's office, so you can't actually even walk in. They've got a thing to stop you walking in, and you've got to sign in on an app, and then there's no sitting down. You just once they let you in, then you have to stand there, sort of holding your bag and working your phone and blah blah blah, and then you go in. But of course I didn't see my appointment was at 2. I thought if I do 2 I could be back here maybe in time for 3. I didn't see him till 2:25.
Yeah.
And you're only allowed to arrive 5 minutes before, because you're going to be standing outside in the right outside the elevator, in the hallway.
Did he tell you that I ran into him at the coffee place?
Well, no, because we were having a big discussion. So there's this TV show on Netflix called Sex and Love Around the World. Christiane Amanpour has gone all over the world and interviewed women. So it starts off in Japan. She does Beirut, China, India. But it's really interesting asking women about their sex lives and what sex is like, living there. And in Japan, they have these hostess bars where women and women go to a hostess bar too, and a lot of it is just, they call this thing skinship, and it's just being touched, because they don't touch each other. They don't touch, they don't kiss.
It's all that bowing. This is the thing. They talk about us
They
getting
used to be
They talk about us
super
getting rid of
erotic.
handshakes and everything.
Yeah.
I
Where's that thing that you've got that's got all the different sex positions? Is that Chinese or Japanese? I think it's Chinese. Chinese. Okay. So the Japanese
that
were
thing I've got that has all the different sex positions.
In case
We're going to
he
see that tomorrow.
Yeah, in case Jake forgets one of them, I'm like, "Jake, remember this one? It's a goodie, an oldie
All
but
right.
a goodie."
Brace yourself.
He's never said, all right, brace yourself. God, I'd run a mile. I'll be like, that's it. It's off. But anyway, they were talking about how Japan was incredibly erotic, and when you look at the old illustrations, I mean, and couples, I mean, they would give it to a young woman before she was getting married. They would give her these incredible illustrations of sex in different positions, and then she and her husband could look through them together. But it's hilarious because there's pictures that, there's a beautiful, I mean, they're beautiful illustrations, but there's a wife sort of reading a book and looking pretty bored while the husband's busy
doing something.
Yeah, doing his business. Anyway, so this TV show I was like, I'm only watching it because Christian Annenbohr is a host in it. Christiane Annenbohr is the host in it. But of course, now that I'm into one episode, I'm like, I am hooked. This is really interesting.
Oh, good. Well, you'll have to fax that to me so I can watch it.
Yeah. Fax you some. Yeah.
So there's a lot of talk in the chat. We're
about what? I can't see.
No, about the flu shot. Are you going to get your flu shot?
No, I'm not getting a flu shot, and I'll tell you why.
I know it's a guess. It's a guess, but they are saying
it's a guesstimate
that it may help you with some
varinus.
Yeah.
Well, the thing that was interesting, so what I was telling Dr. Nick was, I said, look, I flew back from Nicaragua on March 3rd. I went through, the Miami airport where the patient, not quite zero, but that doctor or lawyer from Rochester, he had been in that airport. Uh-huh. And when I came back, what I felt like, I didn't have shortness of breath or any of that stuff, or lose my sense of taste and smell. But what I did have, everybody, was I could feel I was fighting something, and it went on for several days. Like I'd sort of feel better, and then I'd feel like I was fighting something. And about 6 weeks ago, I had that day, remember, where I really couldn't be vertical. I just wanted to be horizontal all day, and I said it was like I was fighting something again. And Dr. Nick said that could, let's test you for the antibodies for sure, because it's manifesting so differently in everybody. It's not just a pulmonary thing, it's a virus.
Well, the other thing I've read about the antibody test is that just because if you test negative, as I did with the antibody test, that doesn't mean that you haven't been exposed to it, because you may lose the antibodies, but you still may have some immunity because of what I was telling you about the other day that I had read about T cells and what. This is the thing. We're all amateur virologists now.
Yeah, because this thing is so new. You want to wrap it up and you want me to shut up, right? It's completely.
Oh.
Yeah. Have I got it right?
Did Belinda get psychic powers at the doctor? Oh my God! What happened?
You've got to turn that fella on.
Does Belinda have psychic powers from the doctor?
Highly doubtful.
Oh, Mr. Predictor, you're such a wanker. You should just say yes and make me feel good.
He also said the Republican convention is going to be a real corker tonight. So
oh, God. They've got Ivanka, Mitch McConnell, Rudy Giuliani. Can you imagine the Rudy Giuliani speech?
The Mitch McConnell, Rudy Giuliani.
Oh, God, I almost...
If they could sing Tea for Two or Ebony and Ivory, I would love that. Ebony or Ivory and Ivory. Ivory and Ivory.
Yeah, there's no ebony in that duo. Oh, God.
So today's closing thing seize the day. Thank you, Rachel, as always, and thank you guys for being here. See, Jen says, get it. It's an educated guess of 3 strains. Get it, Belinda. Doctors say get it. I'm going to get it.
Oh, well, they did ask me the other day at the pharmacy if I wanted it. Now, here's the thing. I do have to go back to the pharmacy, and I'm not telling you what I'm picking up there, so don't even ask. I won't even tell you, Jen, or you, Todd, giver of the best T-shirt in the world. Apart from my sex robot T-shirt that I got from you. But maybe when I go back and they say, would you like a flu shot? I feel like I just don't even want to get one. But maybe because you guys care, I will.
I'm going to get one just because of you guys. All right. Today's Seize the Day. Seize the Day is from Bernard Meltzer. Happiness is like a kiss. You must share it to enjoy it. Who's kissing? Who's doing solo kissing? Nobody, I think.
I was going to say.
It's a bit of a weird one.
It's a bit of a weird one.
Anyway.
But it's sweet that it's in there because it does remind you that if you are happy.
I'm happy. I am happy. I'm happy to be done with colonoscopies for at least 5 years, possibly 10.
Oh, I hope it's going to be 10 for you.
I'm happy that you got in to see the doctor and got your antibody test. I know that was a goal of yours. And
I know that was a good. I think he's doing Motivational Monday on a Thursday. Keep the motive. I don't. It was just a minor goal, but yes, it was really good that I got it done there. Because if he'd said I had to make an appointment and go somewhere else, I probably would have been like, eh.
Well, where I had to go was
you know.
across the street from where I went yesterday to wait in line to then get the blood drawn. You just go and get your blood drawn.
Yeah. Or you can go to Dodger Stadium and get a free Varinus test anytime you like once you're signed up and in the system. That's what I've heard people are doing. People who like to pod.
I thought that you had to. Anyway, oh my God. Apologies.
You blame me. It's only 3:32. We're
blame
not way
Canada.
over it. Yeah.
All right.
Blame Canada. Blame Canada. I love that song. God, after I saw that South Park movie, I could not stop singing that. I just think it's so funny. That song. You don't think it's so funny. You look
No,
at me
I
like
do
it's
think
not
it's funny.
that funny, Belinda.
I missed you while you were going. Oh, Belinda.
Oh, Jerry. Oh, Lord Jerry.
We'll see you guys all tomorrow. Happy half hour on Friday. And you know what we're talking about. Belinda doesn't know yet. Don't give up.